Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome to another Warframe video here on the channel. Now, as you can see on my screen, I have finally qualified for the Legendary 2 Mastery Rank test. Now, this does give you another Legendary core. It increases your Void Trace storage, your focus limit, your daily standing limit, and gives you another loadout slot, as you know. It also gives you that lovely Silver Legendary Mastery Rank slate. Now, for those of you who also focus with the regular Mastery ranks, this is basically Mastery Rank 32. The test itself is a legendary version of the secondary weapon test, so it is your LR2 test, but a lot harder. Now, just like before, you have a minute 30, 2 minutes, and then 2 minutes 30 to kill 15, 30, and 45 enemies respectively. However, because it is the legendary version, those enemies are not going to be level 2 or 3 enemies, they are going to be level 80 Grineer Tusk enemies. You can only use your secondary weapon. It's no primaries, no melees, no abilities, and no operator. However, there is a very sneaky little cheat that you can use, and I'm going to show it you guys here. This cheat does involve using your operator, but I've just said that you can't use your operator in this. Hear me out. In your focus trees, from I believe it is Madurai. No, it's not Madurai. Is it Anairu? Yeah, it's Anairu. There is a passive ability that you can get from Anairu called Last Gasp. If you have ranked it up to the max rank, it is an unbound ability, meaning you can use it no matter what focus tree you are active in. What this does is, if you go down, you transfer into your operator and then get 15 seconds to kill 3 enemies. Doing so lets you revive. Well, what this does is it does mean that during that time you can use your amp. If you have an amp like mine with the ricocheting glaive, that might just help you kill some enemies a little bit quicker, even if you're dying. So, let's use that, plus my ricocheting amp, plus I'm going to use the dual coder Toxica, because the dual coder Toxica, it dishes out high damage, plus it has that status expansion. When you kill enemies, it gives statuses to other enemies. I'm so confident in my method that I'm going to go straight into the test, no practices or anything like that. Let's give this a good go, shall we? So, here we are, Legendary Rank 2 test. I mean, the dual coder Toxica itself is going to be really powerful for this. The status effects splashing onto each enemy is really powerful. The damage dealt is quite high. I will show you guys my mod config at the end, just in case you want to use my config yourselves. I mean, I'm no expert in modding, I will openly say that, but we've already done the first round with over 30 seconds to spare, so like, you can't really complain about that. At this point though, I might want to die just so that I can use the amp. The problem with enemies in this game, in this like test, is sometimes they just have a lot of tankiness to them. When you get the heavy gunners in particular, they are extremely tanky, which can obviously slow you down in your conquest. Now, we are getting there. I am slightly concerned on time for this round, which makes me a little bit worried for the next round, but overall we are basically on track, at least for wave 2. Wave 3 might be a slightly different story. I think wave 3 is the one where most people suddenly do struggle a little bit. Obviously, just keep doing what you're doing throughout the first 2 waves. I mean, I've just finished wave 2 with like 25 seconds to spare, so it bodes well for wave 3 at least, but don't forget wave 3 is suddenly a lot more enemies. I also stand corrected, I believe the enemy counters for this one is 10, 20 and 30, not 15, 30, 45, meaning that the time was also lower. It was 1 minute, 1 minute 30 and then 2 minutes. But as you guys can see, we're not really having many issues here. The biggest issue is reload time, if anything, but the dual coder Toxica, you don't need to reload much. because it does have a really high ammo capacity anyway. I think problems that you might encounter is what I've just seen here, this Leech Xmas. Those are obviously going to make your life a little bit more difficult. I mean, my cheese method of using the amp, I've not even used yet. I've not come close to dying. And the dual coder Toxica is just slaying these enemies where they stand. We have like a minute left to kill another 10 enemies. We are very much on track to doing this. So much so that I'm kind of tempted to just let them kill me and see if I can use my last gas, but I guess I don't even need to. The dual coder Toxica is quite capable on its own. So what I will do, we will finish this off. Succeed in getting a legendary rank 2 or mastery rank 32. Finally, after all these years, my test is complete. Legendary 2. It does feel beautiful seeing that, and another legendary core that I can trade for some platinum, which is always going to be lovely. But let's go back. I'm going to quickly head to the arsenal to show you guys the loadout that I used on my dual coder Toxica. So, dual coder Toxica, as you can see, I've not even done amazingly with it. I've not used a reactor to double my mod capacity. I didn't need it, because obviously it's a coder weapon, you're using 5 former anyway. But you can see I've used the pistol gamut to get some crit chance on it, Hornet Strike for some extra damage. I've focused on Slash and Heat for this one. Slash obviously deals extra damage over time, so does Heat, so it just ramps up the damage as well. Auger Pact for that extra bit of damage, but the key one that I liked using on this was Lethal Torrent, which gives you extra fire rate and multi-shot, just really amping up that damage. So you've just seen it here. This weapon is more than enough to cheese through your legendary rank 2 test, and if it's not, and if you die, you can always use your amp. But with all that in mind, guys, that is how you can cheese your legendary rank 2 test here in Warframe. And we'll be back soon once I get there for legendary rank 3. But see you all in the next one.